was by luck, actually. Friends of ours gave us a call on a Sunday morning, and we popped up to have a look at the land. They'd all gone, because I think land goes pretty quickly these days. And we put first refusal in on our plot. There was a guy who obviously didn't come across as a self-builder to the person who was selling the land. We put first refusal in, give us a call back the next day, and £500 later we owned a bit of land. Yeah, I think you'll always find that. I mean, this is my first time. I've enjoyed the process, but I think it's the reason I've enjoyed the process is we haven't put ourselves under any kind of rigid timescales. What's been the surprise that we didn't expect was the groundworks for the drainage system. Naively, we bought a plot that wasn't serviced without understanding how much that would cost. The whole scheme cost £40,000 for the site, but potentially could have cost £120,000. We didn't know that at the time, so we were a little bit lucky. I think that's worked really well. We've got an account with Travis Perkins. They've been competitive on most of the things. Anything special that we've had to go for. Issues that we've tried, as the cavities get bigger and you try to achieve your energy calculations, so as we move to 2016 and you'll be at zero emissions, the cavity sizes, and we've increased ours by 25mm, which doesn't sound a lot, but the differences that make to all of the materials that you have to now put into the building was a challenge. And I think most people should be aware of that, going forward. It's the energy calcs that will affect how your house is designed. Okay, so how do we finance the build? Well, obviously the markets at the moment are difficult, so we're fortunate to find a couple who were prepared to upsize. So they took our house off us. We downsized into their small terraced house, and we lived there for 8 months. Put that on the market and sold that. So that released the second stage of the capital, and that's worked quite well. It's actually saved us on rental for those months. So I would certainly recommend that option. It's far better, or seems far more comfortable than living in a caravan for 18 months. That was picked because this was my first build. I wanted to stick to what was traditional and what I would understand. If I did it again, because I work in the steel industry, I'd like to put a lot more steel in it and build something that has a lot less material but a lot more strength, so you can put more windows in, etc., etc. That would be much more of a challenge. Well, being a project manager by trade, I suppose, if I wasn't in control of my budget, I wouldn't be very good at my job. So I'm all over my budget, but a couple of points. We sat down at the beginning of the build with some of the other landowners, and I showed them the budget that I'd put together. Nobody wanted to look at that because it was very pessimistic, and they didn't agree. They believed that we could build for a lot less. Unfortunately, I'm being proved right most of the time. So what I had to spend and what it's going to cost have been different, but I knew where we were going to end up. So we're pretty much on it penny for penny at the moment. Yeah, for me, to just make sure you understand your budget. If you go into it with your eyes semi-shut, you will get some shocks. So you've got to be able to understand that. If you've got your hands around your budget, I'm reasonably comfortable with the timescales it's taken to build.